Look, it's been hot all goddamn day, but you know what? We got hot sets as well. We got this one coming up for you. We got Falco versus Lucina. This is going to be very much a match of who can, can Mr. E control the ledge? Can he keep Tilde buried in the corner, which is why I think if we see Smashville, that's pretty much the game plan. But Tilde also loves those center stage platforms too, which you know are going to be big combo-heavy games. But we are actually going to be starting off here on Town and City instead.
As the stage to start things off on, this is probably about as neutral as we can get, given how both of these players can play at the ledge and can take full advantage of platforms. And given the size of the stage, this offers a lot of creativity to how these two can kill each other.
Yeah, and you already know, I mean, Mr. E is just one of the best ledge trap machines in the game. So not only do you get those combo extensions off those platforms, but you get to bait Tilde to go high on occasion too and cover him up there as well. So far, it's been a pretty even game with Mr. E with a very slight lead here, but this is pretty much, one up tilt away and we're back to even.
Yeah, no, this is the type of matchup where both of these players can sort of bide their time until they get to that point where they just get to go off. And then don't be surprised to see that damage climb and stocks drop.
Absolutely. You see now that the FD layout, this is going to be... Oh, I actually like that. You saw that Tilde was slowly trying to walk up and bait out the get-up attack right there. But unfortunately for him, didn't really get much out of that. And Mr. E ends up closing out the first stock.
All right, E with the lead has a lot of potential to allow this lead to snowball. Tilde is not going to let that opportunity come, though.
Ye old faithful, up tilt to back air. You just got to make sure you don't get caught by the ledge, especially with Town and City side blast zones. You're going to get exploded every time.
Take into account those platforms, and you know Tilde's going to take every damn opportunity available to him to extend that damage and extend that kill potential.
I'm just start counting on the timer here because we've been seeing a lot of neutral play already, right? We're seeing a lot of funnies. But you know at some point, like Tilde is going to find one opener and then go for a lot of the fake mix-ups that are very frame track based, very heavy read based, and one of the few people all night who actually air dodged away or rolled away from the down tilt tech chase from Mr. E.
Yeah, E is fantastic at being able to adapt in these situations, but you gotta have a game plan for something like that. Tilde going out for the kill deep.
Look, Dolphin Slash is a cheating move on recovery, but it don't matter if you never got to press the button in the first place. So
yes, sir.
That was excellent from Tilde. Also, you gotta watch out for that grounded hit from the forward air. And Tilde, now with this very small lead, it's a borrow time stock, needs to get some extra damage here.
E not really going to allow that opportunity to come to fruition, though. Just nailing him down at the ledge, taking plenty of damage. I love that stall, just holding him in grab, seeing what he was going to do. Not really trying to press forward too hard. You don't want to overextend against Falco. Any Falco, especially the likes of Tilde.
Likewise as well. You don't want to overextend against Lucina too, because once you position yourself in a spot where you thought you had the ledge trap, Lister, he just comes over and is like, no, our ledge trap.
It's a shared effort out here, man. Just the simple plays. I actually like how we've noticed how things sort of slow themselves down, and there's a very strong reaction from both players to wait out for the platforms to come out. And then they're really looking to press forward too hard while there's no plats during that transitional phase of Town and City, because they know that things can get too hectic and they run out of options very quickly.
I really like what Tilde did right there. Went up onto the top platform, baited it out like, hey, you get a free ledge get up option here. You could jump. Maybe you try to jump back air at me while I'm on the platform and I cover you with the back air. But right now, Mr. E has pretty much only got like he can't afford to take an up tilt back air. He could barely afford to take a raw back air, which is what we're looking here. And he gets the downer, but he gets the sour spot, Frank.
This is going to be rough doings, and Shieldbreaker definitely going to make for the offensive that he needs to press more doable, but he basically needs to make one interaction work for him.
And he needs to be careful with these side Bs because Mr. E already calling it out. And you go off stage every goddamn time when you see a very punishable recovery just like that, and you absolutely follow him all the way down to the blast zone with that down air.
Phenomenal reaction from E, and he kept that pressure on, but made sure not to overextend too hard. Just wait to take advantage of the fact that no matter how effective you are in piloting your spacey, they still have to go in a straight line to come back to the stage.
And that was a very good job by Mr. E because of the fact that you're at kill percent, right? You're at 95. You're going to get hit by up tilt and die to a back air. So, and then you see all these back airs. So what does Mr. E do? He slowly keeps fading away. He waits for that one really aggressive burst because he knows Tilde wants to kill with that side B, netted him that down air read, and then eventually forced him off stage so he could close it out with another dare.
Risky gambits like that are going to be what's absolutely necessary for both of these players to try and take some sort of substantial lead. And leading into Game 2, we have Small Battlefield, which is a stage that definitely facilitates a lot of volatile play once stage control is nabbed. And Tilde has made sure that he's the one who's starting it off with his own hands with a 0 to death! My God, Ajax, what's it need to do?
Man said this is a one-player game and it's my turn still. But it was something for Mr. E as well is that much like the concept of Smashville, this is not the largest stage. So it's easy for Mr. E to move him off stage, get free ledge traps, which we're seeing right now. He's barely been touched on this stock outside of that 11%. But if Tilde can capitalize on this with a nice large lead, it's looking good for him in game 2.
The fact that there's not a lot of active space to run away to means that there's just going to be a lot of scrapping. And if it's not going to be one consistent combo like we see out of the likes of Falco, it's going to be consistent ledge play like we're seeing from Lucina.
Oh, that's his jump. Oh, no, that's... All right, so he's able to get back because still they realize 106 don't want to go down there and take that true to the Dolphin Slash. Many other people in the venue definitely would have done that. But, oh, that Dolphin Slash is going to get punished. Let's see what Tilde does here with the ledge trap.
Patience really proving to be the name of the game here. Like the fact that Tilde is waiting right outside of that burst range of Lucina, but he's got to pick better times to dive in as Dolphin Slash manages to nab the kill and evens up the stock count.
That was good by Mr. E too, because a lot of times, you know, you want to make sure that you're not using Dolphin Slash Shadow Seal too much, but before that last hit of that fair hits the ground, you go ahead, you get that trade at worst, and you get the kill.
All right, Tilde on the offensive. What's he going to be able to do with all of this damage built up? Single hit forward are not going to do much, but the Nares of the ledge further asserting this ledge control and just barely able to come back.
He's got the magnet gloves on. That's why he was able to grab the ledge. Yeah, that was his jump gone and everything too. So the fact that Mr. E was able to drift in and hold on to that, amazing. But we all know that up smash, never mind, down tilt is going to be the case. Once you see Tilde kind of stutter stepping around like that, he's trying to bait a really stupid option out of you, like an aggressive jump. That time didn't even need it.
Yeah, it really does come out to be like a game of chicken. Like, who's going to flinch first? And both these players get so much after their opponent presses a wayward button.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Now he's cooking, deep fried and everything. This is really bad for Mr. E. We got 62% on board. He's going to try and cover him on the jump. Does not get there, though, for the forward air. And now Mr. E, I mean, this is a nice forward smash read away from a stock loss to Tilde. But Mr. E is in a pretty bad spot now as he continues to have this percent climb.
Not able to do anything about the second upbeat back to the ledge, but he is building up plenty of that percentage. A fair at the ledge away from being able to end this.
Yeah, possibly even... Oh, that was really smart. Unfortunately for Tilde, though, even though it was smart, he didn't get enough hits done on Mr. E to back him off, and he ends up taking the Dolphin Slash.
Reflector just isn't that plus on hit. You have to be careful in those kind of reckless situations.
I'm not even going to lie. I am actually very scared for Tilde right now. This is looking exactly the same as how the last game was. Mr. E is starting to get a lot of openers. This is exactly what he's like when he's on the last stock. All of a sudden it becomes very scary. Let's see if Tilde can finish his food this time because he had a nice lead like this last game.
Oh, but the sour hit of back air, not really going to do much. I really am getting a sense of deja vu, Ajax. We already got him pressed to the ledge.
Oh my goodness, that wouldn't have killed, but that would have put him in a really bad spot in the top end of the screen. That's the jump. He misses the nair. What's Tilde going to do about his landing here? Decides to air dodge down. He gets frame trapped. All of a sudden, he's getting covered. He's going to get the high recovery, though, and get out of that situation. Oh my God. Look at how close this game is all of a sudden, Frank.
Like, it's down to the pinch, so close, and it's because he hasn't been able to consistently find those punishes on the plats. Like, Tilde's done such a good job of mixing up the recoveries both to the ledge and to those platforms. Because of that, he can't get a lock on his movement.
Yeah, and he keeps trying to find these aggressive, like the nair and the forward air, trying to stop Mr. E from coming off stage to punish him, but he misses out. Now he's forced to take another ledge trap here, and he covers the jump. Mr. E doesn't move from his spot. He knows he's going for it and immediately covered to him, not only on a potential roll on stage, but with the jump. That was very good reaction from Mr. E, and that's why I was scared for Tilde at the end, because that was looking a lot like game number 1.
Like, the story of Alpha 4 has been that no matter how talented you are, no matter how confident you are, you have not won until your character is on that win screen. There has been no point where we really see, oh, well, this is a definitive win, because you see reversals just like that. All of Game 2 was Tilde's to lose. That's how it ended up. Coming into Game 3, who knows what we got ahead of us?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting into game number 3 right here, and this is going to be a very annoying fight for Tilde now because now Mr. E has games up. It's going to be he's going to be able to kind of go in a bit. Granted, this is looking just like the other games, currently getting mixed repeatedly and just taking 62% relatively unchecked.
I mean, it's Falco damage. You sort of have to hold that if you end up extending to the point where Falco finds that magic hit. And Tilde is very good at making sure that straight hit he finds is that combo.
You already know, newest movie in the MCU every single time. Once you get hit once, you just take your hand off the controller for a second and just wait for it to finish. Like, I mean, Tilde can definitely close this out with a back air here. You see that Tilde's trying to play a bit safer, but now all of a sudden Mr. E is kind of throttling a bit. It seems like he's pushing forward now that he realizes Tilde is kind of scared to go for the kill.
What I think... Oh! All right, so we're going to miss that tech after a Renegade Dolphin Slash manages to find its mark. And what I really think it is the fact that E is giving a ton of respect to Tilde. Tilde going to even up the stock count there. But the fact that Tilde moves forward with his big combo, then dies for his efforts before evening up the game, has proven to be a consistent note in this match.
What an amazing bait from Tilde a second ago, too. He knew that dash cancel F tilt was coming in 100%, jumped off stage, got the side B. However, Mr. E immediately answering back. We are literally at 60, like, just 0.7% off. Here we go. Now finds another opener. Mr. E already jumping out of his seat when he's got a 2-game lead. I can't wait to see what happens if this goes to game 5.
Mans is plugged into the Matrix. He knows damn well that in spite of being 2 games up, he isn't guaranteed this set. Till they can reverse 3-0 him. I mean, it's absolutely possible, and that's how you get it started.
Unfortunately for him, not looking like the one because he did not dodge out of the way of that side B, and now he's got to hold another stock down, but we did see quite a few times Mr. E getting cooked on the last stocks and then still bringing it back. It's on Tilde right now to show Mr. E he can actually close out the game.
All right, that wide hit of down air bringing into the stage is not the one that E needs. Because of that, Tilde living to fight another day, finds the mark with down air, and Tilde's back on the board. It's a 2-1 count.
Looking like the chosen one right there. That down air coming in perfectly on the mark to catch him off stage. Mr. E's been very comfortable with kind of jumping like around that range for free, especially with Dolphin Slash 2. You don't normally think you're going to get checked by it, but because Tilde had a stock up, that's worth the trade every single time.
It was just fantastically played, and kind of reminiscent of games 1 and 2 there. Game 3, E was in control almost the entire time. Tilde wasn't having none of that. He's the one who comes out on top. Still 2 stocks to spare on that game, too.
That was the drill that pierced the heavens, man. Actually, unfortunately, it sent them to hell. But we're going to get into game number 4 here with Mr. E on his counter pick. And what was I saying at the very beginning of this set? We're here on Smashville.
Just like that. This is going to be a very big opportunity here. If Tilde can bring us to a game 5 on E's pick, that is a huge momentum disruptor. E typically plays extremely well on this stage, given how small it is and how easy it is to protect the ledge. Yeah,
I also want to see if Mr. E avoids the perpetual meme that seemed to happen to him, because everybody always just looks at Mr. E in a bracket like, yo, how did he get here? He just kind of showed up. But he's always in clips getting bodied. Mr. E is a very consistent player, but unfortunately for him, he does run into some situations where he's got a lead like this, and people do get the reverse 3L. Let's see if Tilde is the one to put it on today.
Really sharp up B angle, coming back to the ledge to mix up E. I like that. Just presence of mind. You got to stay wide awake in a set like this.
Oh my goodness, running up and going for the side B. Did not get punished, found his own down air, but this is going to be a punish out of shield 100%. However, Dolphin Slash still not enough just yet. Mr. E is going to find the timing on the down air, but he gets the spike, and then he decided to put himself directly in harm's way in front of another Dolphin Slash.
That was such a consistent game plan executed from E. The way that he was just constantly responding to the Firefoxes, how he was constantly pressing to the ledge. Down tilt and up B did all the work there, but Tilde evens it back up just like that.
I know we've seen that string time and time again, but it's just so clean every time it goes off. I know the Falco agenda is definitely mad about it, but you know what? It's a kill combo nonetheless, and now we're seeing more of that here, trying to look for a jump out of Mr. E with the reflector, but Mr. E, being smart, decided to go low.
Like, he's still trying to remain patient with his buttons off stage as best as he can, because he knows he has these callouts on stage. Up B works as such a good callout option on Smashville like this, because E gets to mix up whether he's landing on the platform, which is going to have the reduced end lag, or if he's going to fall through it and force Tilde to try to follow up after recovering from getting hit by Dolphin Slash.
And speaking of falling through it, Tilde is kind of navigating this platform very well. I mean, this is one of the things I was saying before, where even though Mr. E does get consistent ledge traps, Falco gets one whole platform to not land on because he's currently in the blast zone, and that is another stock loss. This time, however, it is Mr. E up with the stock lead. I think this is pretty much the first one we've seen him with, because every other time he made the comeback.
And the last time that we saw E with the lead, it was Tilde who managed to come out on top, but Tilde is going to have to put in quite the work if he's looking to repeat that performance from Game 3.
Yeah, see if Tilde can maybe spark that same fire that Mr. E was. We still have plenty of opportunity for Tilde to get a W here. If you can find one of these, especially that, you get the cross up, gets himself behind him. His legs, his ankles, they're snapped, Frank.
That was such an important cross-up on the side B, because time and time again in this Game 4, side B has hit E's shield. And that's where E is finding so many of these up Bs to rack up damage, to maintain stage control, to further press his advantage. But that one was just spaced and timed perfectly from Tilde. He's going to need more of those if he wants to try and take this game forward.
Yeah, speaking of pressing advantage, so far it's been all of Mr. E's shell, but he did just get caught on the neutral get up. 34%. Looks like Tilde is trying to hover around, maybe find a down tilt. He's going to just shoot one laser, covers him on the roll and with the nair. Can he find another hit here to keep the combo extended? It looks like he's going to end up finishing it right there.
This next hit is going to be huge. If he manages to press Tilde off stage, I don't know if Tilde's coming back from this one.
What was that?
I will stand corrected.
Goodness. He came back all the way around town, unfortunately sent right back to where he started. This was a round trip he did not wish to pay for, and now Mr. E trying to set him on his landing course to the blast zone once again. But it is still a possibility here. If Tilde can find a mix-up like this, gets the regrab, he sends him up to the top, and he finds the up air, and he's not dead just yet. I 100% believe that was going to kill, and now this game is still going, Frank.
This is anyone's game at this point. The way the damage has climbed up, but that up smash demands a game 5 from Tilde.
Absolutely incredible. After dropping a potential stock like that, where it looks like you might get the kill off the top, a lot of times people get super hungry for the stock. And that time, Tilde didn't do what he did the other games. He didn't immediately rush at Mr. E. He slowed it down. He waited for the one mistake on the platform. If he messed up there, that is game. But he got the read, and we're getting a game 5.
That was just phenomenal adaptation from Tilde because he's been seeing where his aggression has been working. The way that he's able to press forward onto E isn't flawed. It just needs a little bit of adjustments, and that's what we saw throughout the entirety of that game 4.
I'm just saying, every single character who's got the ability to kick their legs straight up like that is kind of good in this game. Looking at Snake players out there, but Falco able to do the same thing. We're running it right back to Smashville. There's no reason to switch off this pick. Still the best stage available for Lucina in this matchup, but you do have to work with the fact that Tilde is just going to occasionally maul you, and you have to hold 50%.
Yeah, that's kind of been the notion of how a lot of these games start when it's Tilde favor. He builds up a ton of damage on E. E manages to steal away stage control after one quirky interaction, and then that damage is visited upon him so fast.
Exactly, and at least for Mr. E, one main key factor he has is that he can always cover those edge guards for the spacies very easy. He can find kills much sooner than Tilde with that forward smash, but he was looking for the reset on that down air. That 100% would have led to a stock. Speaking of which, he finished his food that time and found the down air.
And that's with only 31% built up by E moving forward. This is a great start for Tilde.
Now, this is still a very scary spot because, as you see, Mr. E is already starting to turn things up a little bit. We talk about crew battle E all the time. When E is put into a very, devastating situation, last stock possibly getting 3-0'd, he usually turns it up heavy.
We were actually joking to him outside saying how just close your eyes. Picture everyone else in your crew who's lost and is rooting you on as you try to fight Tilde. Make it a crew battle. It's not singles anymore.
You got one stock left and Francis invaded. It's time to win that crew battle early, man. Well, right now, the only one he's got to worry about is the bird of prey. He's got to worry about Falco, who's just currently hovering around. Tilde's been so good so far in this reverse 3-0, avoiding that edge guard attempt as well. Excuse me, the ledge trap attempt with that dolphin slash. But he's starting to slowly find that damage once again, Frank.
Tilde has been playing this game 5 out of his mind. He's entered this bracket looking phenomenal, and I feel like that goes without saying with him being in winners finals. But just the adaptations that E has been forcing from him time and time again, just showing how high of a caliber of a player that Tilde has grown to become.
I don't think we could have asked for a better winter finals to start things off so far. This has to go to last stock, last hit. I would not be happy otherwise. So far, you see Mr. E starting to find the juggle. He finds one more hit, and we're back to a very even percent. And if he finds the shield breaker, then now all of a sudden that's a stock lead for Mr. E.
Up throw, but no back air in sight. E answering aggressively as both players are forced to find their landings.
Oh, see, the other times, it doesn't work every single time. But that time, though, caught him slipping at the ledge. That is an aggressive side B coming from Tilde, who finds the mark. However, Mr. E needs to make sure that he solidifies his stock right now as we go into the last stock of winners finals. One stock apiece. Frank, this is crazy.
Listen, AJ, you asked for it. These guys are going to give it to you. Last game, last stock. All but one set out of this top 8 has come down to the wire like this. And of course, top 4 is going to open up with just as good of a bout between these players.
As you're seeing here, Mr. E already hovering over 77%, going to try and push the initiative, get Tilde buried into the corner. He's trying to make sure he spaces entirely around any up tilt. He gets the immediate reaction to that neutral get up, gets the grab. He's forced to go all the way to the other side. He gets juked, but can he avoid this pressure from Mr. E? He gets hit by the back air again. This is looking very much like it could be Mr. E's game unless Tilde somehow avoids all these ledge traps.
He needs to find his boots back on the ground and stop E from just constantly slashing at him. So much percentage built up with almost little effort from E. It's just been crack reactions from him, constantly being able to swipe it wherever he's finding his landings.
I swear, if this game ends on a down air from Tilde, taking it away at 25%, he does find the grab, though. That is immediately 59% on board. He gets a trade-off with the down air. That's a very bad spot because he just used his jump, and because he used his jump, Mr. E positioned immediately for that up tilt because he knew he had no other resources other than trying to side B towards the ledge, and that is a free punish for Mr. E every single time.
He managed to tighten up his play just when it mattered most, and Game 5 falls into his favor. He's going to be sitting in winner's side grands, and if we're going to be seeing more of Tilde, he's going to have to fight for it.
I mean, you already know we're definitely offline right now because if this was Wi-Fi, that definitely would have been Tilde's game. Mr. E would have been on another Twitter reel for somebody talking about, like, yo, Mr. E never wins anything, but this time he does win the first set of winners finals. He forces Tilde into losers. Let's see if Tilde can make the climb back after we talk about the upcoming players who are going to be facing potentially him in losers finals. Who do we got in losers semis, Frank?
Well, coming in for losers semis, we've got PK Chris, who's going to be defending the house, versus Zane, another one of the invaders from the city. This has been two Long Islanders, two city folk in this top four. And as you mentioned earlier coming into this, these are two of the best up-and-coming players in all of New York.
100%. You know, extended Connecticut here in Long Island, you know, the little island kind of like, you know, just you guys kind of pushed off over here. I'm telling you, this